Okay, so we're gonna play a little game called Plug Stuff In and See What Works. So we have our NexDock. We have an tablet. This one happens to be a Lenovo Legion something Gen 3. It's a tablet. It's an Android tablet. Samsung tablet. This is an S9, the basic version. And we have our Steam Deck. I, for the life of me, have no idea where my Switch is. So we're gonna run sans Switch today and see what happens. I also found my box that has my NexDock Touch in it, so I stole the cord from that because that one's a little bit longer, which should make this easier. I'm also gonna try and plug in my rugged Windows tablet. This is going to work. I can't imagine this wouldn't work. If it worked with the GPD device, then this will probably work just fine, but we're gonna plug it in anyway because you know what, we're here and we're plugging stuff in. So first things first, I want to see what the Lenovo Legion Tab Dingus Gen whatever works. I'm not sure what this will do. I don't think it has any sort of caked in what do you call it, fancy desktop UI or anything like that, so we'll probably just end up with a second screen. This tablet's pretty cool actually because it has two Type-C ports. It's got one on the bottom, one on the other bottom, side bottom, I'm not sure what we want to call that. So we'll plug them. Oh, don't look at that. Alright, so we'll plug them both in and see what happens. So let's try here and see. It's charging. Good. Did you turn off? Now, one of these ports is what do you call it? It's charging only and no video, so it might be that one. So let's plug it into the other one. Huzzah! Ooh, right away. Something's happening. Or nothing's happening. Ooh, PC mode. What? Let's try it. Mirror mode. Extended mode. Extended mode? How do I? Throw the mouse. Extended mode. Oh, shit, yeah. Ooh, look at that. Hey, this is pretty fancy. So, Lenovo Legion Tab has a desktop mode that is pretty desktop-y. Let's open Chrome, see what happens. Oh, do I gotta double tap it? Does the touchscreen even work? No? No? Oh, yeah, Google, YouTube. Oh, good. I love it when it does that. No touchscreen! Oh my gosh. Okay, it's probably just because it's in mirrored mode. Boop. Oh man, that's gonna take. That's kind of annoying. Oh, it just opens the YouTube application. I mean, okay, that's cool. This is working. I wonder.
What you're seeing right now.
Yeah, latest tech tips, fastest blah blah blah. Cool. All right. Is there a settings menu somewhere? This? Nope. I don't need a calendar. Thank you very much. PC mode. What does that do? Oh, switch to extended mode. All right. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so we now have our whole own separate interface. Oh, good. Touchscreen works here. Restart. Hey, that's pretty slick. Yeah, cool. All right, so now we know apparently, I don't know if this is built, this must be built into Android. I'm not sure. I'm not a wizard or anything, but good to know. I legitimately didn't think this would do anything, so that's fun. But yeah, now that it's an extended mode, the touchscreen works fine. Again, this touchpad is so much better. Oh man. Part of me wants to also just yank out the touch so I can give a comparison about how bad it is, but maybe I'll just turn that into something else. But okay, test one, thumbs up. Lenovo Legion Tab, Gen 3, whatever. This tablet is fantastic. The only downside of this is that it's not an OLED, but it's the same screen that goes onto the Lenovo Legion Go. So it's a great high, I think it's 144 hertz refresh rate, 8.5-inch display. And honestly, it's a fantastic screen, but I've become such an OLED snob that I have a hard time with it. So, all right, now we're gonna tie the Tab S9. This is probably gonna go straight into, what do you call it? DeX, because this has DeX. Let's see here. DeX. Oh, it didn't update, cool. So now it's just an external display, go. Yes, One UI is great. Shut up. Come on. Oh my God, home. So right now we're just extended. Is DeX a button? Oh, it's a thing somewhere. Where is it? DeX. Boom, DeX, cool. Okay, so, ooh, did this go to the right screen resolution? Okay, touchscreen? Touchscreen work? Touchscreen works. Okay, so this works. We know DeX. This should do stuff. DeX is fine. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll unplug. This is just DeX. We know how DeX works. If you don't know how DeX works, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you can watch videos on it. I watch videos on it. You can, I can make videos on it, I guess, if you want, but... Oh, we already did the phone. Steam Deck. Okay, Steam Deck is another one I am sure will work, but we're going to turn her on and show you guys kind of what it does. Because the Steam Deck does some pretty cool stuff. And having a desktop environment for Steam Deck is fantastic because it's one of those things that like people don't super recognize. It is a full-fledged PC in here. It's one of the things I always tell people whenever they ask about a Steam Deck. I'm like, yeah, it's a handheld gaming thing, but not like a Nintendo. It is a full-fledged gaming PC, but in a small form factor. And this is the OLED model, of course, and I'm just jib-jabbing because we're waiting for it to boot up, so we can't watch anything right now. So I'll do that, and then I'll clean some of these fingerprints off the screen as everything velcros to my microfiber, which feels great with my autism fingers. But yeah, all right, there we go. We are doing stuff. Let's plug her in. Now, usually when you plug in an external display, it's going to go straight into just a, what do you call it? Just a external display mode, or it's going to freeze and get pissed off, one of the two, or it's not going to recognize it as an external display at all, apparently. Maybe. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know, did this turn off? Says it's on. Alright, let's unplug it, plug it back in. Maybe it didn't wait long enough before it turned on. Who knows? You went dark on me. Are you alive? Did you get mad because I touched you? Alright. Deck is live. Laptop thing ready to connect. Plugged it in. Ooh, pissed off. Ooh, see, I'm 100% sure this worked on the touch because I used it. Maybe if I flip it. Ooh, is this a thing? Is this a thing that we're discovering together? Let's try and go to desktop mode. Switch to desktop. So you can do that a couple different ways. The easiest way for me, because I forget all the time, is if you just hold the power button, it'll come up as switch to desktop. God, so much hair. That's what happens when you have a lab. It's just literally everywhere. Doesn't even matter if the dog's ever been inside this room, which she has because she does that, but yeah, dude, it's not recognizing anything. What the deuce? All right, we know it did stuff with the other stuff. Let's try the cord that came with it, I guess. There we go. Because that's always the rule, right? If it doesn't work, use the cord that came with it. Even though we just tried it on 2 different things. Yeah, screen just goes dead. What is this? Now, I will say this could totally just be a Steam Deck thing and not a screen thing, but I don't know. It seems mad. Like there's not even a mouse. Wait, oh, nope, no mouse. Display. See, it only recognizes one display. Ooh, the plot thickens. Okay, so we know it's not the cord. I'm gonna get rid of this because this is too short. Maybe this will turn into a video where we try 2 different things. Yeah, it goes dark immediately. Weird. Okay, let's restart. Restart now. Now this is kind of funky. This is funky. I thought this was the one that was just going to work, and it's not working. So we're going to go through this together as a team and figure out what the hell's going on. Sometimes tech is just like, won't work the first time, and then it will work, and everything will be fine. But it doesn't appear to be the case. We'll find out. I found my NexDock Touch. So you can really see comparison wise they're about identical other than the screen size. This one, I think it's physically about the same, but there's not as big of a chin on it as there is on this one. Let's see if we can turn this puppy on. It's been a hot minute. NexDock is ready to connect. Did you turn back on Steam Deck? Okay, eventually you did. Come on with your bad self. Alright, maybe if we just leave it plugged in. Let's not piss it off. Man, I love jamming on keys. So fun. Beep boop 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 boop. Makes me feel like an elite hacker squad. Yeah, I'm into the mainframe. No, dude. What the deuce? What the deuce? Alright, let's see this. Let's see this business. Uzbs. Signal. There's a... Oh! See? What the... Now I'm mad. I'm literally angry with rage. Steam. There we go. Power. What? Oh yeah, I don't think the... Oh my god! Alright, let's try it this way. Maybe with a moose. Moose and a keyboard. Yeah, see? Look at that. I got 2 screens and everything. What the f... Oh, yeah. Yeah, touchscreen calibration. Not anywhere close. Oh, because it thinks it's using the other screen, too? That's super weird. What if I do just the one screen? What if I do just the invalid vendor? Alright, let's disable this one. Boop. Enabled? Yeah. Keep. Oh, see, now it's working fine. Okay, goofy, formatted weird, not a problem with the NexDock. But why come we're not working on the new NexDock? That is a problem. That's a problem. I don't like that at all. Alright, thanks, old NexDock. Put you back in your hole. New NexDock. You got some splaining to do. Strange. Okay. Surprise. Doesn't work. Alright, I'm gonna put some effort into this and we'll revisit. Because I don't like this. It's nothing. Doesn't even recognize the mouse, keyboard. Whoa, touchscreen though. What the deuce? Okay, did it do the same thing? No, because it's not recognizing the other screen. Okay, so Steam Deck will revisit. Oh, it doesn't want me to just turn it off. That's annoying. Oh no, I made it mad. Oh man, it's super mad. Okay, I'll set that down. All right, so next we have our rugged Windows tablet. Again, this, like, I thought this would just turn on, but I also thought the Steam Deck would just work. So now I'm not as sure. NexDock, what did you do? Yeah. Okay. Volume up. So I don't know if you guys could see it. It just was telling me I was using a too low of wattage power adapter, which we know because it's only putting out 5 volts. And 5 volts be not a lot of wattage. So this tablet I primarily just use for ham radio stuff, HF like radio, all sorts of different radio stuff. It's my kind of go-to. Mouse works, no surprise there. Let's edit the display settings, and of course it's in the middle of booting up, so it's super mad about a bunch of stuff, so it's going to take forever. This one's kind of cool though. I put this came with an i5 and 8 gigs of RAM, and I bought a board. I bought this board and swapped it over. So now it has 16 gigs of RAM and an i7. And when I bought the board, all I had to do, when I bought the board, I was super bummed out because the heat pipe was like way jacked up on the new board, the one that's in there now. And the eBay seller was nice enough to give me a junk i3 board, or not even a junk, but just like an i3 board for free. It was like $12, but they're like, hey, give this a shot. So I got the junk i3 board and practiced swapping the heatsink over, and the heatsink was identical, so no worries there. That was one of my concerns. So I swapped the heatsink over from the good i3 board to the i7 board, and worked great. Now we're plugged in, and it's pretty sick inside this thing. It's all waterproof, and all of the what do you call it, all the little spots are all gasketed over and stuff. So again, yeah, Windows experience. This is working great. The mouse feels fantastic. The display looks really good, so this is fine. I might use this as an actual application for it, because in the field it gives me a good little bonus keyboard and screen that I can like do stuff with, so that's fun. So we're gonna dig into this a little bit more. I'm gonna figure out what the hell's going on with the Steam Deck, because that's bothering me. But okay, so far this works. This works. This works. This works. This doesn't work because it's, what do you call it? Lightning and old and an iPhone. But it's a mini. Look how cute it is. I really like this little phone. But okay, so I'm gonna mess around with the Steam Deck a little bit and see if there's something fishy going on here, and then I will come back and update if anything fun happens. Okay, no idea. Doesn't work. I tried all sorts of different variations of plugging it in, and it just doesn't like it. And that's weird. So, so that didn't work. We're gonna try some other stuff that are gonna do weird stuff. This one's not gonna do anything. It's a fucking Kindle, but I don't know. You never know. Ooh, does the same thing it does with the Dingus. It's charging, but no display. All right, that's not a surprise. We didn't think that was going to do anything. One thing I did want to try, and this will not be a single cable solution for sure, because I don't think there's any video output on Type-C with the Uconsole, because this is basically just a Raspberry Pi. I mean, it is a Raspberry Pi in a fancy box. But let's see what this does. This is booting up, so we'll give that a minute. In the meantime, I found the switch. So we're gonna plug the switch in and see what that does, because that should work. As long as it's not dead, which it probably is. Oh, it isn't! It's working! All right, don't judge how filthy this is. I have 3 children. I mean, you can. It's really up to you. Oh, it's super dead. Okay, we're gonna charge it. We're gonna charge this for a while, and then while this is charging, we will watch and see what this does. Because this will for sure need to use 2 cables. We're gonna have to use a micro HDMI to HDMI. Does it even see the mouse? No, but okay, we'll plug it in and then see if it then does stuff. So micro HDMI, one of the worst connectors ever, and full size on the other side. This should just work. Yep, look at that. That worked great, but it should because it's HDMI. What I am curious about is if this will work as a input device, like if the mouse will do stuff. Does not appear to be working. That would have been nice. Keyboard? Nope, no keyboard. Thinking, all right, so maybe we try a not fancy cable and try a regular cable. That's just USB. Let's steal this one because I can. Because I got juice. Sorry. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Now, I have done this before with the old NexDock. Was able to plug in Raspberry Pi stuff, and it did work. But we'll see if it just... Nope, no mouse. No mouse. No, nothing. Okay, well, what we can also try is I got another USB port over here. Nope. No bueno. Oh, shit, I lied. Look at that. Where does it say my other? Yeah, okay, cool. So, all right, was it just the USB port? Maybe? Does the touchscreen work? Ooh, that'd be cool. Oh, it does, but it needs to be calibrated. Yeah. Okay, so touchscreen works. Keyboard? Keyboard, yep, keyboard does stuff. All right, that's cool. So we can work this. This is a Raspberry Pi in a fancy case. If you don't know anything about Clockworks, they're super cool. So this is a Uconsole. It's got a Raspberry Pi CM4 in it. And then I've got the Hacker Gadgets SDR and real-time clock and GPS and LoRa for Meshtastic and all that stuff in here. So that's pretty cool. All right, so I'm digging that this is working. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna try it on the other side again. Because this side is part of the expansion board. This part is, or this side is like the built-in stuff. So maybe I just needed to give it a minute. And... Mouse, 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 no mouse. Okay, so it doesn't work on that side. All right, the other thing I remember having to do before is I think it gets mad about who's in charge of the USB. So if I can find a USB A to C connector, that might work also. But yeah, so cool, works good with the Clockwork. We're gonna shut this guy off. Nope, nope, nope. Tiny little BlackBerry buttons. Pretty cool though. I dig it. This thing's great if you ever want anything like handy and on the go. This thing's super cool, and you can put in a CM5 if you need a little bit more juice. But as it sits, it works just fine like that. So, all right. So there's that. There's that. This still says it's charging. Is it charged enough for us to just turn it on and piss it off? Oh, apparently it is. Nintendo Switch. Beep, boop, boop. All right, it's gonna go to sleep soon. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Just display. Nope, Type-C. All right, this may not be a fair test because it's... Ooh. Oh, it's on Type-C, but it's not working. The plot thickens. Oh, well, it's off now. Or is it changed display? No, it's off. Okay, all right, well, that didn't work. All right, so I'm gonna give this a little bit of time to juice up. We're gonna try this again after it's got power. If that doesn't work too, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed because they made this so good, but then went backwards a few ticks, and that's kind of annoying. I wonder what happened. They must have went with a different video protocol or something. No, because it's gotta be the same. This for sure works with the touch. I've done that a million times. All right. I'll come back to this once we've given the Nintendo time to charge. Okay, so the Nintendo Switch is charged enough to not immediately die when I unplug it, so that's a plus. Again, not an iMac or whatever, MacBook, whatever it is. All right, so we did confirm it doesn't wake up when you just turn shit in and plug stuff in. You have to actually plug something in after you turn it on. All right, screen went dark. Dude. Oh, yeah, what the deuce, bro? Come on, Type-C. No? No? Nothing. Ooh, the plot thickens. I mean, the keyboard mouse never really worked on the Steam Deck or on the Switch, so that's not a huge surprise. But what is a surprise is that it's not doing anything with this. That is a concern for me. I don't like that very much. All right, let's try the cord that came with it again, just in case. But my hopes are low hopes. Oh, Switch, why did you only put something on the bottom? See, it does something. It knows something's plugged in. It knows. And yet it doesn't care. Okay. Update video. Switch and... yeah, the Switch and the Steam Deck do not work with the new NexDock. That is a massive bummer. Man. And on that bombshell, yeah, I guess that's it. If you guys have any more questions or want me to plug anything else in or have any solutions for this, that would be super helpful. I'm going to do more Googling and see. And then I'll probably also reach out to NexDock and see if they have any thoughts on why the hell this is not working. Because the Steam Deck was a pretty big part of why I got this. And it don't worky. And that's a bummer. So... Grumble, grumble. Grumble, grumble, he said. Alright, just for sanity check. We knew the Steam Deck worked on this, but let's plug the Switch in. Oh, by the way, Type-C on this side that worked on this version of the NexDock Touch. Oop, wait a minute. On. Did you turn on? Screen went dark. Stuff happening? Nope, nothing happened. Alright, okay. Let's let it wake up, then we'll plug it in. Yeah. No, there's a signal. Don't lie. Hey, the internal rage. Oh man. Okay, now we know. So it wasn't even charging. So with the NexDock Touch, it plugs in, it lights up. There's screen, we get a display, but no go on the new NexDock. Why you no work? All right, anyway, we're gonna do some research and we'll get back to you. And yeah, catch you guys next time.